Hey guys, Tim and Adam here, and we want to welcome you back to Flipper Flicks. You guys know how much Tim loves his foods, and he got to try a new one recently called 3 Wishes.
Yup. Breakfast being my favorite meal, I was excited to try this new cereal out. It's high in protein, low in sugar, and grain-free.
I thought I saw that 3 Wishes is free from wheat, dairy, soy, oats, corn, rice, and peanuts.
That's right. It's plant-based and gluten-free certified, made with modern-day clean ingredients like chickpeas, pea protein, and tapioca.
Well, that sounds like a feat of food science.
One that took 2 years to develop.
Incredible! So what flavor of these 3 Wishes did you devour, Tim? I saw they had cocoa, cinnamon, honey, and unsweetened.
I went with cocoa, and it was delicious.
With 70% less sugar and as much as 8 times the protein of their decadent counterparts, there can't be anything like this on the shelf right now.
And there isn't. 3 Wishes is now offering our listeners 10% off with the code PODCAST10.
So head to their website at www.3wishescereal.com to learn more.
We hope you enjoy this episode.
As far as I can remember, I always wanted to be a rocket man.
Rocket Man.
You good, Sam? We're Flipper Flicks, by the way. And I'm Adam.
Did we watch Rocket Man about Elton John? Is that what we watched this week?
Might as
No,
well
but they brought up Rocket Man like 2 or 3 times.
Yeah. They did. I'm Sam.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
And we're a movie review podcast.
Some
I'm
days.
pretty sure Adam didn't say his name.
I did. You were
Nuh-uh.
laughing.
I don't think you did.
He didn't
I
say his
did.
name. No,
I
he
did.
didn't. Nope. We definitely
You
don't
don't know.
record this to know better or not.
I know, we can't rewind and be like, oh, ...
He definitely did. But anywho, we covered everybody's names. Tim, are you present? Did you say your name?
I did not yet.
Well,
He's not up yet, so he doesn't have to.
Yeah, I'm in batter's box.
okay.
He's on deck.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we review movies.
Do we?
I don't know. At this point, we might not get there.
I think we just talk about them for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we really review them?
Nah.
Let's have an existential crisis real quick.
I also kind of think we don't review them because we're not very snobby. Like, we're not snobby enough. We're just like, was that fun? Yeah, all right, I'll watch it again. That's pretty much our barometer.
Was I scarred
You
for
like
life?
it,
Yeah.
you hate it. That's about it.
Yeah.
We're Google. We're the thumbs up.
Yeah,
thumbs
we
down,
are.
thumbs down.
Thumbs down.
Which is
Ancient
hilarious because
Rome.
we make
Thumbs
fun
up,
of
thumbs down.
Google for
Which
the
is,
way they do.
yeah, which is funny because we had to like boost their score up because we're like the 90% mark was always our mark with Google for being a good film.
Yeah, true.
But what do we do, Sam? Your social medias.
Between discussing movies, I am on social media for the podcast.
Hey now.
I'm not even gonna let you guys.
What? You know,
take
I'll go
credit.
delete my last few posts that I've been doing for you.
That's true. Adam has been helping in Mortal Kombat because, I don't know anything about that. So if you read
Thank
those
you.
posts, those were him.
Thank you.
But we are on Instagram and Twitter at Flipperflix. And we post what movie we're reviewing like the week before, and we tell you where you can watch it in case you want to watch along. We also just do random polls that we think are fun. And we release episodes every Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We do it on Spotify, Apple, Google, all the podcasting platforms that I know about.
What about Anchor?
Yeah, Anchor hosts us, but we don't give them much love except for their commercial in the middle of the episode. Sorry, Anchor. We do what we can. I think that's it. I've covered it all.
Did you do our website?
No, we don't have one.
That's a lie, and you know it.
We have a website. It's www.flipperflix.wixsite.com/home. You do need the home. We also have a Gmail in case you want to, reach out to
chat
us.
to it with us.
We don't check it very often, but
Check it once a week.
okay, well, that's not very often.
It's often enough.
So if you have an emergency, don't do the Gmail.
Just call Tim somehow.
Yeah, definitely.
He will probably be asleep.
Yeah.
So Tim, what movie did we watch?
He fell asleep.
We watched The Rocketeer. It's a movie from 1991, so all those 90s babies. This is another, shout out to you, I guess. I don't know.
Just kind of.
Yeah. Since, Mortal Kombat, whatnot. The synopsis is the discovery of a top secret jetpack hurls a pilot into the path of a devious Nazi spy, which is a little
ruins
weird
the
if you
whole
think about
thing.
that. Yeah, if you think about it,
Yeah.
it's like a very straightforward and like ruins the entirety of it.
Right.
But yeah, I kind of stretched to get this one to fit the category, which was cult classics, but I feel like it's still. I mean, it is, but it's also kind of like, what? Really?
I would say it's a cult classic.
Yeah, it fits. It fits by definition for sure.
I got The Man Who Killed Don Quixote with Real Madrid. I think we're gonna let it slide.
But yeah, that was it for the synopsis.
Where did we watch it?
We didn't.
Oh shoot!
So did you guys watch it?
Crap.
You guys we weren't supposed to watch it this week.
Disney Plus, Disney Plus, yes. That's where we watched it. Is there more?
No, that's
You got
it.
spoilers and expectations, those things.
No, but I didn't know if you wanted to do
Oh.
that.
No, Tim,
or-
you're on the
Wanna do
stand.
that?
Yeah, you're still on your
Oh, okay,
soapbox.
fine. I'll go.
Wait, have you said your name yet? Because it was your turn.
I did at one point.
Did you?
Nope. And I'm gonna stick to it.
Alright. Respect.
RESPCC. That's what it means to me. What my expectations? Yes, I have those for this movie. I hadn't seen this movie in a long time. I didn't know you could still like just go and watch it right now, like immediately. Otherwise, I probably would have done it multiple times.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised. Tim has brought it up 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to get this movie for a long time, just because it's one of my favorites from when I was growing up. I love this movie. I don't know. It was one of those movies that I remember watching a bunch when I was younger. Like I somehow was able to, but I don't think I have any copies of it, so I have no idea how that works.
The library.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what else to say. It was one of my favorite movies, and like I hadn't seen it in a while, but without getting into much, it was one of my favorite movies. I guess I just-
Okay. I'll
Stuck on a
go. He's on a loop. So, my expectations, I was expecting a 90s-esque film. Because CGI wasn't really a thing yet. So, they were still doing a lot of, like, real stuff. But they were dabbling because it's post-80s. 80s is where it all started.
Mhm.
But, yeah. No, I was expecting a good film. I've heard of it before Tim has even brought it up. So it's not like it's lost me, but it is, depending on the month, older than me. I was born in 91, so yeah. I don't know. I was expecting a good film. Sam?
Well, I haven't heard of this movie except for Tim. So
You're welcome.
I didn't know. I mean, I knew it was on Disney Plus. For some reason, I thought it was a war movie, which I guess technically it kind of is.
You can.
I don't know how I got to that.
Yeah. Well, probably the fucking synopsis.
Yeah, but I don't remember. Like, I don't remember reading the
You
synopsis. I don't remember seeing anything about this movie. Just that Tim really likes this movie, and then next thing I know, we're watching it. That was pretty much my expectations. I was like, it's on Disney Plus. Like, I don't know. I did a very good job of hiding from this film. That's all I can say.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
I'll just get us started off with you sneezing this thing and it'll end up in a bean field.
Is that the little baby plane?
Yeah. So, real quick. So, this movie has a lot of airplanes in it. The first thing you see is the GB.
Yeah.
It's a type of plane. The one that Cliff is flying was actually it was a racing plane. It was nicknamed the Widowmaker and the Flying Coffin. Due
awesome.
to how often like people
Accidents,
crashed and
yeah.
died in it.
Oh no.
You think after the first time you'd be like, it's not flyable. But...
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. But you get all these guys. They're like, no, I can fly it. Yeah, I can do it.
Yeah.
They're gonna try and fly it.
Yeah,
I want to fly a
they did
plane.
well.
I just liked how tiny it was. Like, they'd take the camera angle of him
I
in there, and
know.
his whole face takes up the entire, like, little pod.
I'm sitting there like, isn't it gonna like steam up?
Right?
No parachute, nothing. And just, like,
I
right
know.
into a hole, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Like, good luck, dude.
Like
Yeah.
right off the bat, like he goes and flies and gets shot up, and they're like, "You're a terrible pilot." I'm like, "Bro, just got shot at."
He
Yeah,
literally
like,
just
what
got
the
shot at
fuck?
for no reason.
Yeah, he's flying in an airfield. Oh, we gotta shoot at him.
Yeah, that was
The fuck?
so
The guy
rude.
literally just like looks up and just like lazily starts shooting at him as he flies by.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
Fucking
why?
Tommy guns.
Oh, they were everywhere in this movie. If you didn't have a Tommy gun and you were in this movie, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
all those guys with pistols. Nah, Tommy gun.
True.
You know, it's set in October 1938.
Stupid FBI.
Did you notice he was like, "Yeah, there's black and white, and you're getting in front of me." And I'm like, "Is he talking about the cops? Is he not a cop?"
Yeah.
He was. He was talking about a streetcar.
Yeah, he was talking about like the local cops versus the FBI, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I actually thought he was the actor, the FBI agent was the actor for a second,
Oh.
because they had similar head shapes.
I was gonna say, in the first, like, little bit of this movie, there's quite a few characters.
Yeah.
You're trying to figure out what the hell is going on. We just know that there's, like, some sort of jetpack situation. And then you see Hughes right away, and he's all like, no, we're done with it. And it, like, very dramatically throws the, like,
Yeah.
jetpack manual in the fire. So I was just trying to figure out who the heck everybody was.
Tim, did you struggle at all with any of the characters, or like was it just easy
What do
to
you mean
notice
struggle?
who everybody was? Because Sam and I were just like, what? There's so many people.
What do you mean about like with the characters? Like,
Sam, well, how would you say it? You were just getting confused because like you were introduced to like 30 characters.
Yeah, I just felt like they were, like, rapid-firing characters. Like, we had Pee Wee
Tommy
and
gun.
Cliff, and I don't know that if they said their names at that point. Maybe they did.
They said
To
Cliff
each other.
and
Cliff
yeah,
and
PV.
probably PV.
And all we really noticed was that, like, they were racing planes, right?
Mhm.
And then
You got Fitch and Wooly.
we had, like, yeah, the, like, gangsta jetpack people, and then we saw Hughes, like, right away, too. Like, the inventor
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, no, there seems to be a lot of characters in this movie, and they just like come and go.
Yeah. It was like, hey, here's a character, and he's got.
Yeah,
They kept like 4 or 5 characters, kind of like in and
right.
out
You had
the whole movie.
your like main cast, and then they had some of those supporting ones that are like there, but it just seems like there was a lot going on with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's because they were trying to, like, hide the super secret situation that was happening. Because, like,
Behind the Scooby Doo door.
yeah, when you find out behind the Scooby-Doo door, you're like, what? At least I was. I was like, that's how it all comes together.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I'm just going to skip ahead there. If you have a silk sheet bed and a Scooby-Doo door, you know you've made it.
Yeah. What about if you live inside a tomb?
Yeah, like,
Whoa.
what the fuck?
Like an Egyptian tomb.
Like, I don't understand.
Like, what the fuck was that guy's like interior designer doing?
I don't know. Does he actually live in a tomb? Maybe.
I mean, that
We
guy's
never saw the outside.
literally stable, so
Yeah. Yeah. And then you got Cliff, who's looking like he's pushing 30, but his character's got to be like 18 to 24.
no.
How old do you think?
I think he's pretty close to age accurate.
You think?
Honestly, yeah. I'd say at the youngest he's supposed to be like mid-20s. Maybe I don't know. Maybe not because she seems like she's like just starting in it. Well,
You got to think like back in the 30s, late 30s, everybody's getting married super early.
yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe he is supposed to be younger. Because I had to think about like her and like what was going on with her, and
Mm-hmm.
it was more accurate to her being like younger.
Yeah. Because like she lived in a house with a bunch of other girls.
Yeah.
And I just felt like those people are
By
very...
technicality, it's a brothel back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, legally, depending on what like city...
I'm pretty sure
City
in
and
Kentucky
town
it's still a
laws.
thing.
Back at our school, it was like that's why
Yeah.
sorority houses didn't exist.
Yeah. Well, yeah, back at mine, I'm pretty
That's
sure.
how it was too.
Yeah. No, but there was still like I think we still had all female dorms, all male dorms at one point, and then they switched over to like co-ed dorms. But it was kind of like just there, and everybody knew about this, but like obviously no one
Yeah.
gave a shit because it wasn't actually like three or more women, a brothel. Like what the fuck? It doesn't make sense.
It just does not make sense. But I just want to say that Cliff is what's wrong with this world. Just sticking gum wherever the fuck he wants.
Oh god, yeah, that's
true.
annoying.
That like bothered the living hell out of me. Like I don't want just get a tissue and throw it away.
Well,
or spit it out in the ground.
No, put it in the
At
trash
very
somewhere.
least, yeah. I don't know. It's just
Like-
weird that he would like grab it and stick it to stuff instead of just like,
I
spitting
know.
it out. But I think like that would also make his character even worse. But
yeah.
not that I dislike his character, but the lucky gum.
Yeah, like I kind of it was lucky in the end.
I
but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the only part where it made sense was when he stuck it on over the hole.
Yeah.
I mean, when he just like flew the first plane and stuck it there, it was like, but why? It was gross.
It's supposed to be kind of like his thing.
Yeah.
And then it comes back around at the end, but it's funny because in the beginning, Peeves goes to put it on the plane, or he takes it off the plane after he puts it on there. Plane crashes.
Oh, that's true.
True.
And then he puts it on the window, and I don't remember. I guess they had a good date night, but then not. I don't know.
Are you talking about Jennifer?
I'm
like
not really
him
sure,
and,
like the point of him
Jenny?
putting on the window. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like they had a bad date, right?
Like it
'Cause-
started out okay, and then
Yeah.
like went poorly because they basically broke up. But
Yeah.
They were on a break.
And then he puts it on the jetpack, and it's like, okay, that's clearly not gonna hold, but it's quintessential to the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
You know it from this get-go. But I remembered that. Fast forward to the end, I thought he had like taken it off. That's how I remembered it. That he like reached over like as he was getting ready to take off, and he rips it off.
Gotcha.
And I was a little
As he
sad
just, like,
that's not
moving.
what happened.
Yeah.
It's not very like he just set it up in this case rather than like doing like ha
Yeah.
defeated,
Yeah.
thwarted again. But then you got the fucking Roger Rabbit-esque villain, Lurch. I called him Lurch the whole
Lurch,
time.
yeah.
Did you call him Lurch too?
I don't know what his name was.
But did you call him Lurch? Because I called him Lurch, and Sam's like, "Who the fuck is Lurch?"
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
Oh,
I just didn't call him anything.
I called him Lurch because he reminded me of Lurch from Addams Family.
That makes sense. That makes sense as to why you would call him Lurch.
I know.
He's just like so tall, and his face was like so big.
Yeah.
It was just
And, like-
very distracting.
And like he breaks somebody in half or something.
He folds
in
him
the
in
hospital.
half. Oh, in the
Yeah.
hospital, I'm not sure what he does to him, but later on, he folds the one dude in half.
Ew.
Yeah.
Because they're
I
like,
don't-
they don't show it, but all they show is like the guy's like upper torso and his head, and then a foot next to him. And they're like, oh, he folded him in half.
You folded one of my men in half, said Polly, and I'm like, gotta be careful of them gangsters, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. True.
But I gotta give you a quote from Sam when they're at this great, fantastic dinner date they had.
Mm-hmm.
That boob shot though.
Yeah. Like the old guy gets soup on her top, and they just like hang out there at her boobs.
Like, let me just slowly come
Oh, you
up
talking
from the
about
boobs.
with the when she's
At
with
the,
Sinclair?
No, but
no.
they do it again there too. They do it twice.
Yeah, they do two boob
Yeah.
shots. Yeah, the first time is when they're at the Bulldog Cafe,
Yeah.
like the local joint,
Yeah.
and he's like trying to fix this old guy is trying to fix this
The
little
little-
girl's airplane
Yeah.
and shoots a
Right.
wheel off,
Yeah.
hits it in the soup and splashes all over her white top.
Mhm.
And they just like hang out by her boobs, and then they
Oh,
do the.
huh.
At the Sinclair restaurant, though, he's like, "Nice to meet you, doubly nice to meet you." I was
Yeah.
like, "Haha, you guys think you're so clever."
I know that like second one was so clearly obvious. Like they just do
Creepy
that
ass
to-
old
to,
men.
Like yeah, they're like, oh look, this is what he's looking at. And we're like, we get it. You could have just
Yeah.
shown him looking at her boobs. Like
We didn't need
not
that
a
extra
full
statement.
pan to her boobs. Like come on.
He's gonna write like a whole poem about her boobs next.
Well, I will say that Peavy was a great old guy. Just like the shit that he said where he's like, he calls him a chowder head. And I'm like, I don't even know what that means, but I can tell it's an insult.
I'm feeling that, yeah.
You chowder head.
Chowder head.
I feel like
That
that's
seems like-
actually a thing. I feel like I've heard it before as an insult to like people from like Boston or the East Coast.
Yes,
Oh.
that's what I've heard it from because they eat chowder over there.
Yeah, they're all chowder heads.
So
they always
their
like,
head is made of chowder?
I don't know.
I don't know.
How does something like that become an insult?
I don't know.
It's the 30s.
Yeah,
You chowder head.
Chowder head.
Yeah, I like clam chowder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Now I want some clam chowder.
That sounds gross.
It's yummy.
It is yummy. But his other insult, are your eyes painted on, makes more sense. to me.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I was like, I like that one.
Are your eyes painted on?
And then when he first puts on the rocket helmet that like he made with the rudder, he's like, "You look like a hood ornament," and I was like, "Nice, agreed."
She's got those little quips going in.
Yeah, just
Some little
like,
zings.
yeah.
He was great. He's the comedic relief of the movie.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of just how it was set up.
Yeah. So after the boob shot scene,
Whoa.
he's like, "Oh no, she's all pissed. I'm gonna go find her on set."
Yeah.
Oh
He
my God.
Fucking ruins the whole set. How embarrassing.
Okay, so they're like, it's a closed set, so they have no one stopping him from getting on there, but it's
Right.
a closed set.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense.
That's what I wrote. I wrote that down too. I was like, bullshit. Like, how'd he get in?
Yeah.
It's a closed set. He can't control the Rocketeer yet.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Just the fact that he's like leaning there against all the walls and then they all come crashing down. I'm like, whew, that's rough, buddy. She really gonna hate you now.
Oh, right when it came down, I'm like, you just ruined that girl's career.
Yeah.
Yep, it's over. Which it was, until it wasn't.
Until creepy old Timothy Dalton came around. I mean, Neville Sinclair, which, by the way, Harry Potter has caused me to think Neville
Mm-hmm.
is a name of just Neville Longbottom.
Yeah.
It's-
Yeah.
Whenever like, just is what I think of. And I'm not thinking Harry Potter 7. I'm talking Harry Potter 1 through, like, 4.
Where he
Right.
gets turned into stone.
Yeah, like, he's just bumbling.
Yeah. He's a fucking creep.
Yeah.
And it was like, I don't know, their whole dinner scene was just like,
How much older do you think he is?
so much older.
15 to 20. Like,
She's 20 during this movie.
Okay.
but,
The actress.
okay.
He's 45. So 25 years.
They could have a whole nother person in between them.
They could.
Like-
That could be his daughter.
And he like snuggles with her later.
Uh,
No.
uh,
It was so bad. But I will say I enjoyed when Cliff turns into a waiter and he puts his waiter jacket over his other jacket.
Yeah.
Unlike a normal person
fantastic.
who would put it over their shirt.
Well, what if he needs to escape with the
right,
jacket?
he's got to have his jacket.
That's 2 steps, Sam.
I
love
know.
To take off the shirt jacket thingy and then to put on another jacket. That's 2
I want
steps.
that jacket.
I am not shocked.
I've always
I
loved that jacket.
I would have really enjoyed if they went for like a Joey friend situation where like you could tell like you knew he had both jackets on but it looked like normal. I wish they would have made it look a little more disheveled and thick with it.
I think that jacket must be the origin of your desire for like one of those like leather like aviator jackets, Tim.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
He's always wanted one or such had one, right?
Yeah.
You? I was saying I was talking to Sam about you
I
in
know.
front of your
I know
face.
you were. I was just
But-
answering for her.
But I got a quote real quick from when they're still in the like right after Sinclair goes over to her and is like, "Hey, like I don't want you fired."
Yeah.
Hey, ladies in waiting, we're waiting.
Yeah.
And I was just like, "Oh God, that's amazingly terrible," and I love
It's
it.
so bad.
Yeah.
It's such a fantastic line. That's so bad.
And I think by the time we get to the dinner scene, although maybe some of the actors on the set too, like there's a lot of people in this movie that you're like, holy shit, I know them, but I'm not sure
Right.
what from.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I kind of feel like one of the other ladies in waiting was like kind of popular too,
I
but
didn't.
maybe I'm
She
making
didn't.
that
I
up.
didn't get her down.
But like the singer in the club,
That's Jan.
yeah.
Ah, yes.
And like our good friend Polly from Goodfellas is
Oh,
in it.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's just like a lot of people that I was like,
There-
holy shit!
yeah,
like
there
a
are a
new
lot
scene,
of-
a new person.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, literally. It's because all the new characters keep getting introduced, and you're like, hey, I know him from a lot of other stuff. Like,
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then he's gone. Oh,
yeah.
is
Yeah,
he
then
gonna come
doesn't
back?
ever show up again,
Yeah.
or
But
he gets folded in half.
You know.
they eventually are like the gangsters are over at the Bulldog Cafe,
Mhm.
and the woman takes the fucking cast iron frying pan, just like it's like 2 pounds, and just smacks him in the head, and I'm like, fuck, that would hurt,
Yeah. But quite a few people get kiboshed on the head with things.
dude. Seriously, like fucking Sinclair gets hit in the head with a pot.
There's like 3 or 4 people. It's like, pop!
Which, okay, I've been hit in the head a few times, like from like when I played lacrosse.
Mhm.
I passed out from that, but somebody physically like nailed me in the head.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's potential for it, but like being bonked in the head by some of the objects they were in this.
I
it's
know.
More of like an owl.
Right, I was like, I'm just like expecting somebody to be like, ow, that hurt.
Yeah.
Not just collapsing.
I don't know, the cast iron to the head.
The cast iron, yes.
That's pretty rough.
Also, I think that woman's strong as fuck.
Yeah. To be
Yeah.
able to wield that cast iron like that?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Fucking Rapunzel level right there.
Right. Yeah. But anywho, back at the restaurant, she like rendezvous with Two Jacket Man in the bush.
Cliff,
And then
he has a name.
no, I like to call him Two Jacket Man from now on.
Yeah.
And he's all like, "You gotta go," and so she leaves, and then
then
she comes
comes
back in
back.
for him, and like you know she's not gonna make it, like she's gonna get captured, but I don't know. I was kind of rooting for her, and then
For the first time. in
Yeah.
forever.
well, but she also like she's still so young in this movie that it
Yeah.
reminds me of Labyrinth, and it's kind of
Oh,
like
yes.
it's weird.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know that I like it.
Oh,
Anybody else think it should have been just brought back Jareth?
Yeah.
Like, just bring back David Bowie chasing her around?
Right?
Also, she has like nightmares and flashbacks.
I know.
Not again! But,
That would have been so great.
Yeah.
Missed opportunity.
Or like she wakes up in the silky sheet bed and there's like a doll of Jareth in the corner.
Ooh.
That'd be pretty funny.
Or the little flame-ons thing.
Yeah. But anywho, so she wakes up at his house, right? And he's not done being creepy because he has a closet of lingerie for people.
And then
Yeah.
all of his lines remembered from all his past movies.
Yeah.
Which he got his ass kicked by like a fan.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Whew, not
I am
good. Not good.
confused. What do you mean?
Oh, like he kept trying to like seduce her with all these lines that were written by other people, and she remembered them from other movies he was in.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was just like, ha,
She's a nerd.
goddamn
Nerd.
cinephile. But then she finds the Scooby-Doo door.
Yes, which we already talked about is great.
Oh, yeah, I know. But Lurch finds it too, so it's whatever.
Well, Lurch
Yeah.
finds everything.
I know,
Lurch-
like, what the hell?
Lurch can track better than anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well-
like, what was the point? Like, so he was there, and then they also had the regular gangsters.
I know.
Yeah.
But he was just kind of, I don't know.
Like, was he Sinclair's private goon?
Yes.
Oh, he was?
But-
Okay.
Because because Eddie Valentine's like, don't smash my goons. Don't use your guy to smash my guy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Earlier.
Gotcha.
Because he was all pissy. For good reason.
There were just
His
like
guy
I
was
said,
bent in half.
like I said earlier, there's a lot of goons to keep track of in the beginning.
Well, there
There really
because
were.
I think there are technically 4 sets of people. You got the aviation crew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got the Nazis.
Yeah.
You got the goons. And you got the FBI.
Yeah.
Like,
And Lurch.
Lurch is part of the Nazis.
Okay.
He's a
True.
Nazi.
True. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's because Lurch is so tall, he can just see everything at all times.
Oh, yeah. But he really cares about that hat.
Yeah.
He really does. That's his downfall.
I know. Well, his downfall is he was being safe and clipping himself in on top of a fucking zeppelin.
Mm-hmm. That would
Mm.
also have exploded immediately, not
Right?
in tiny segments, but
Anybody else just think of the
Theatrical.
Archer episode when they're in the blimp, in the zeppelin, and Archer keeps being like, "Be careful, this could explode." It's not hydrogen.
Nice. No, I forgot about that episode, but yeah, I mean, applicable as fuck.
Right. Also, have you ever noticed in movies, nobody's ever tired at 4 in the fucking morning?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like they're all wide awake.
Yeah.
Like it's just like it's 10 p.m. at night, you know, no big deal.
Yeah.
I'm like, Tim might be awake, but Sam and I would be like, oh my god.
Yeah, I want to see some bags under some eyes, a little bit of yawning. People being like, nah, I'm not showing up to that shit.
Yeah. At first you're just like, oh, we got you. And he's like, Cliff is like, he's a Nazi. And then he's like, whoa. I might be scummy, but I'm an American.
I know, that was so ridiculous.
That was a thing back before World War II.
Yeah.
So back in the 1930s, like 40s, when World War II was coming around, the mobsters and gangsters from Italy, were basically, they were told, get the fuck out by Mussolini. Mm. So they fucking hate Mussolini.
All right.
So that's why they were like, whoa, fuck you Nazis. You're on Mussolini's side. Which
Get out of here with that.
I'm just gonna say, how did they get like 40 troops in?
Yeah, out of nowhere. Like,
I don't know.
Were they always just like lurking around waiting?
Yeah.
Or was it just because like the blimp was right there and they're like,
Which, how did they get a Zeppelin to Los Angeles?
I don't know.
right?
Like,
where did they hide it? How did they get it in?
right. First off, if you're like, oh well, they somehow snuck it to the shore on the East Coast. Okay. Are we saying they went through fucking like the Panama Canal and then went up north to LA?
Yeah.
That's probably the best. That's the only way they could have done it. I don't think they're taking Route 66 to LA.
No, they definitely did take Route 66 because in the little Nazi video, they came straight across.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. Mm-hmm. They just flew over with their jetpacks because that flight wouldn't take forever and you wouldn't run.
Thank you.
I was trying to segue us there because I needed that point brought up. Because I was like, listen up. All right, Cliff is having a hard time just like steering it anyway, and he's a pilot, right?
Yeah.
And then also, like, how long of a flight it is.
Yeah.
And then they're just like little Zen Nazis flying, and I'm like, I don't think that's how it works, but
there's only like 20 of them gonna take over the United States. I know that. It's a symbolic video of they're gonna send lots of troops, but
yeah. It's pretty funny though because it's like I don't think that would make a difference. They just all have jetpacks.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
you have
anti-air,
planes, right? Like.
Anti-air, like, shit's gonna fuck them up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Nah, like, it was a terrible
it was
plan.
so silly.
God damn it, Hitler.
I guess the Zeppelin was better, but I don't know.
No, the Zeppelin doesn't make sense how it got there, but...
No, it doesn't at all.
But it's fun. It's fun because of that. Mm-hmm. And then it crashes in... Who crashes into Hollywoodland? Was it him?
Sinclair.
So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fun story. Hollywoodland was like a suburb area.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was, and then like it eventually got out by the city, and they removed the land in like the 40s.
Gotcha.
So I thought Hollywoodland was just a bunch of like them being weird, but they were actually being historically accurate.
Yeah, and then they blew it up, and then what'd you know?
Yeah.
Boom.
I loved his death, like how he was spiraling on fire down
Oh, I know. Did you catch that he said, I do my own stunts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was pretty great, though.
Timothy Dalton is one of the James Bonds.
Yes.
Yep.
And he is the only James Bond, at least at this time.
To do his own stunts.
Yes.
That's funny. Look at him just singing that in there.
Yeah, so I thought it was pretty clever that he was like, yeah, no, I do my own stunts, bitch.
We see you, Timothy Dalton. We see you.
Now, Sam and I were just sitting here throughout the film. We're like, this sounds like Labyrinth.
Mm-hmm.
Which, it's not the same composer. However, if you go watch Titanic, they steal some of the score from this film.
Okay.
Because it's the same composer.
Okay. Not the main score that they play over and over again. That's my one complaint. I was like, y'all use that a little bit too much. He'd be like sneezing and it'd be like, this is so intense. But anyhow. Always my analogy. Somebody's sneezing and it's very important. But anywho, there were a few like little minor chords that felt kind of like doo-doo-doo, labyrinthy.
They did.
Yeah, but it wasn't very often.
Yeah, no,
But it
this was
still
James
there.
Horner.
Gotcha.
Hornet.
He's Hornet.
Yeah, if you want to pronounce it like more like a French word. But, God damn it. I didn't even mean to bring that up.
He's horny.
Hornet.
You done did it. You probably love
But-
the boob scenes. Oh.
He's probably the one who's like, you gotta bring in the boob scenes.
Yeah.
At least twice.
So Disney built, so you guys know what a Steadicam is, right? For like
Right.
movies. Well, Disney built something called a shaky cam for this movie
Nice.
to give like the look of vibrations.
Nice.
I
And
just
we've
thought it was
taken
funny.
that to a whole new level in action movies for a long time. We're all shaky. Woo!
I know.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny. I was like, shaky cam. Like, that's the actual terminology.
Mm-hmm.
Very official.
But, Tim, you got any more notes?
I do.
Ooh.
For one, how is the old FBI always around and nobody ever notices them until they present themselves?
Yeah, like seriously.
Like the
They're
giant
incognito.
spotlights. Like where did they pull up those spotlights? All of a sudden they're like,
Yeah.
FBI.
They would have fucking caught the Nazis.
Yeah.
The when he's the waiter or whatever at the fancy restaurant,
Yeah.
and he pulls her into the bushes. I'm pretty sure. Like what? I don't know. I just thought that was funny. But
I liked the big clam shutting and people trying to get out. I'm like,
I have that written down, and it was like the one guy like. Did you see him like get crushed by it kind of?
Yeah,
But,
he's, like,
not.
trying to climb
It was
out.
and he was like, ah! Like, very like dramatic. Like I think I'm gonna die. I'm pretty sure that was an actual reaction. Like I don't think that was acting. That guy actually thought he was about to get crushed by a shell. I'm pretty sure.
and I like to believe that is that way, so it is that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is done. And then I don't know, just him pulling up the airplane at the end to the diner, just pulls it straight up to the diner.
Yeah. Just
No
like,
big
no
deal.
big deal. You guys are going to just fly this on
Here
out of
you
here.
go. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you guys like how he jetpacked the fucking car?
Yeah, I
Earlier?
was like, wait a
Yeah.
second. First of all, that car is going faster than he was like flying.
I
forward.
know.
It's like there's no way.
There's no way he would have been able to steer.
Yeah.
That didn't make any sense.
It was fun, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially for a child version of Tim.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at the beginning, like watching him try to figure out the jetpack was funny because like it's
Dude.
just so bad. Like he
It's-
first gets a hold of it, he almost like kills it, and then he
I
almost kills himself. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
I forgot to mention, like, if they're like, oh, do you think it's a bomb? Let's try it out inside.
Yeah. Let's go.
Fucking go outside.
Oh,
Logic.
God. I guess at that point it doesn't matter.
I know, you're going to get blown up regardless, but...
Fantastic.
Oh, man.
I'm all out of notes though.
Alright, I'll get to the cast.
Dare you?
Cliff was played by Billy Campbell.
Okay.
Whoa.
He was in Dracula, like from 1992. He's in The
Whoa.
Killing,
Oh,
and then Enough. Yeah, I didn't know. He doesn't look that familiar to me.
he does it.
He does to
But
me,
he-
but that's because I've seen this movie a bunch.
I was gonna say, remove this movie, Tim.
I felt like, I read that the actor, Billy Campbell, he went and read the whole comic, like graphic novel series.
Right.
And he went and got his hair cut to be as close to the character as possible
Oh, nice.
in it and whatnot. And I was like, that's cool. And then the next character is Jenny, played by Jennifer Connelly, which, by the way, I honestly thought they fucked up and called her Jen, like her real name. I didn't realize her name was Jenny in the movie yet.
Oh.
Because like there's like little goofs like that you can catch.
Yeah.
Like in a movie, somebody calls Tom Cruise Tom,
Nice.
and his name was like not.
It was like not Tom.
But she's in Labyrinth, A Beautiful Mind, and then she's a character in Snowpiercer. I just want to hop back to Billy Campbell real quick. He's also played Dave, whatever the fuck. What's his last name in this movie?
Batista. Oh wait, no, that's not right.
No.
Sinclair? No, not
Sunoco
Sinclair.
or something.
Yeah.
Anyways, he plays a character in the new Disney Junior show called The Rocketeer.
Wow.
Yeah, he passes down his jetpack to his daughter.
Ah.
Yep.
And
So
he
that's a show.
voices the daughter.
That's a
I have
show.
no idea. Yeah, it's a new Disney Junior show. I know what's on Tim's watch list.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's on Disney Plus.
Perfect. Load it up tonight.
Oh, it's like we're talking like Jake and the something
Neverland Pirates.
Neverland Pirates, like graphics, or like Sophia.
Nice. Sounds good.
Anyways, so Peavy is played by Alan Arkin. Well,
Okay.
his name is Peavy Peabody, by the way.
Nice.
That wasn't confusing to me. But he's in Little Miss Sunshine, Edward Scissorhands, and Gattaca.
Nice.
Then Neville Sinclair is played by Timothy Dalton. He's the 4th James Bond ever. Tim's favorite movie, Hot Fuzz. And then Penny Dreadful.
Nice. He's not the James Bond that only did one James Bond movie, right?
No, he did 2 or 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Eddie Valentine is played by Paul Sorvino, who plays Paulie in Goodfellas.
Shocker.
I know. He's in Nixon and Dick Tracy as well.
Nice.
Howard Hughes, the guy who I thought looked like Howard Stark, but I mean, I guess Howard Stark looked like him.
Yeah.
It's really just the mustache. It's played by Terry O'Quinn, who is in Lost. He's like a main character in that. Tim, I think you watched that show.
Wait, what show?
Lost?
No.
Oh, none of us watched that. That's shocking.
I watched a few episodes. I tried.
Yeah, no, we watched a couple, and the only reason I watched it was because Dominic Monaghan was in it. Monaghan?
It's
Never know how to
kind
say
of
his
hard
last
to
name.
watch it once you know what happened.
Yeah.
So, anywho.
But he's also in Tombstone and Old School.
Noise.
Fitch, he is the tall FBI agent.
Okay.
It's played by Ed Lauter. He's in Cujo, Not Another Teen Movie, Talladega Nights.
Nice.
And then Wooly, the other one, is James Handy. He's in Jumanji, Arachnophobia, and Canine. It's a Belushi film.
Gotcha.
Bigelow, that's the guy that I thought looked familiar. I was like, where the fuck do I know him from? He's played by Joe Polito. He is Gino in It's Always Sunny.
Yeah.
Gino is Frank's brother.
Yeah.
The episode that's my least favorite episode.
Yeah, I haven't seen it very much. Wait, but what character was he?
Bigelow, he was like the guy that owned the like airfield.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. So he looked familiar. Okay.
He's
I'm
also in
connecting
the
dots now.
he's also in the Big Lebowski
Gotcha.
in American Gangster.
Yep.
And then I got the South Seas singer is Melora Hardin, and she's Jan in The Office.
Jan
Yes.
in
she's-
the office.
She's in The Bold Type and 17 Again.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this director Joe Johnston,
Wait, you didn't get the one dude.
I didn't know he was not a big actor.
Really?
Yeah, or he looks really old now and I don't recognize him.
Oh, he looked like somebody. Whatever. The one guy in the diner that spewed the soup and stuff.
Yeah, and he wore the
I
clown
thought-
outfit.
I thought he was somebody. Oh well.
But Joe Johnston, the director,
Yes.
and you're like, that name sounds familiar, but I don't know why. Well, I wrote down all his big films. He was tapped to do one of the first Marvel films by Disney
Oh.
because of The Rocketeer.
Oh.
That would be Captain America, the first Avenger.
Oh.
He directed that. He did Jumanji, like the original, like
Oh,
with Robin
nice.
Williams. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Nice.
Jurassic Park 3.
Wow.
October Sky.
Look at this guy.
The Wolfman. The Nutcracker in the Four Realms. Hidalgo. And he did he directed the live action portion of The Pagemaster.
The biggest director you didn't know you know.
Right, Joe Johnston.
Nice.
But this movie won 1 award and was nominated for 6 others.
Wow.
And yes, it won for costuming.
Nice.
Makes
For that
sense.
double jacket
Yeah.
look.
All right. Yeah, it's the double jacket look, Sam. Okay, so here's the tagline, which is more of a synopsis. I think Tim might have read this. 3 years before the United States declares war, Cliff Secord, there's his last name,
Ha.
leads America's first battle against the Nazis.
The Nazis. That's not a tagline.
That's
That's
not a tagline.
That's more of a synopsis to this.
Nice
I don't know.
try.
I know. And then my last note was when this movie was being released in theaters, originally it was planned for a Roger Rabbit cartoon to take place before it.
Nice.
But it never got made, so it never got to be put before it.
What the fuck? I love Roger Rabbit.
I know. Who framed him?
Right,
Anyway.
Rabbit.
So the critics scored this movie at a 66%. The audience at a 65%. IMDb at a 6.5 out of 10. Come on. That's like fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, that's pretty much borrowing other people's data, but that's
And then Google at 84%.
Look at Google.
Whoa.
So Tim, I don't know if I need to even ask, but would you flip this on?
Duh.
Doi.
Duh.
Yeah. I think people should watch this movie. I just had a funny thought. Instead of watching a DC,
Fucking getting them from the dead.
I'm gonna keep kicking that horse while it's down.
I think when Tim first picked this, I want to say that he's like, "Now this is a real superhero movie."
Yeah, I feel like you did say that.
Yeah.
And like,
I
while I
definitely
see the
did.
elements, it was a graphic novel, so like,
Right.
it's even more so closer to being a comic book hero,
Mm-hmm.
superhero. And then Sam, how about you? Would you flip it on? She's making a face. She's going to say no.
Oh,
She's going to do it. She's going to do it. Sam, say it.
I don't know. Did I think it was like the worst thing ever? No. Did I think it was the greatest thing ever? No. Was it mildly entertaining? Yes. So for that,
If you're flipping through the channels, would you stop?
yeah. Yeah. I'd like, I guess. I don't know.
There you go.
I'd like fold laundry to this movie. It's like one of those.
It's like my monster trucks.
Yeah, like if you put it on in the background. Also, if I said I was going to flip on Monster Trucks, I feel like I have to flip this one on.
I think you said you're going to flip that off.
Yeah, because I was like, this one was better. But it's not something I would watch all the time. But I do think it's fun. And it's definitely different. Like way different
Yeah.
than a lot of movies. So, I mean, it's on Disney+. Why not check it out?
Yeah.
Adam?
I would flip it on. I had fun. It's like a quintessential 90s film.
Yeah, I feel like it is.
It's like everything with the 90s is 90s in this 90s film. It's set in the 30s.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It was a good movie. I enjoyed it. Flip it on if you want to watch a dude with a jetpack.
Yeah. If you like airplanes.
Yeah, flip that on.
If you like Jennifer Connelly.
And if you like James Bond being a baddie.
Yeah. If
'Cause
you
you
like
know.
Scooby-Doo doors.
Oh, I love Scooby-Doo doors. If you want to see a bunch of Nazis get their butt kicked.
Yeah. If you like gum. Flip it
Oh,
off.
yeah. But if you don't like gum being placed in wrong places.
Maybe skip that.
Yeah, you might want to skip it. But I guess let's get to it next week. I'm up to bat. Let's see what I'm going to get. I'm going to spin it here. I don't know. Sam, you're going to tell me what I got this week. Survey says number one answer on the board.
Wow.
What's it say?
You got dealer's choice.
Did I really?
You can literally pick any movie.
Any movie? Oh.
But you already picked Don Quixote. So what are you going to pick? Any
I don't
movie?
know.
What are you going to do with all this power?
I have all the power. So we only put one dealer's choice on here, and then it goes away until it can come back.
Yeah, so don't waste it.
I know. What am I supposed to do with all this power?
I don't know.
Find out next week on Flipper Flicks.
What?